Hello guys, yeah, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to take you through how I reset for the week, like how I plan my week. I take small and big orders, so this is how I prepare. So whenever I have small orders, I don't get to do all of the work over again. Okay, so today I'm just going to like prepare everything the way I used to. And also I have an order, so I'm going to be preparing the order, all of this in this video. Okay, so I have my chicken chest already cooked. Okay, it's sitting right there, but first thing first, I need to go ahead and make my sauce. Okay, this sauce I use a bit for my chicken samosa filling, and then I also use the rest to sauce my chicken when I'm serving for my clients. Tomato is very expensive. You won't believe what I'm blending now. I bought everything for 1,200 now, but no problem, we move. Okay, so I'm done blending, or maybe should I say chopping? Not chopping. I'm done giving it the texture that I need with my food processor, so I'm going to set that aside while I do go ahead and work on my chicken. Okay, so I'm going to be adding my chicken, which I've already deboned. Okay, this chicken chest, I've already removed the few bones you can find. So I'm adding it to my food processor because I'm going to give this a good mix. Okay, and it's going to come out the way I want it. So I'm just going to do that and we'll get back to the video. So now that I'm done with all the grating or chopping, I'm going to proceed to making my sauce. Okay, I need this sauce to be made first because I need it to make my chicken samosa filling. So in the pot I added a very little oil. Okay, vegetable oil, soya oil, whatever oil that you're using. So I've added that in the pot, and I'm just going to allow that heat up a little. So now I'm just going to add my mix. Okay, so I didn't dice any onions on this because the reason I don't dice onions is most people don't like seeing onions in their food. So I don't just want in a process whereby someone will see onion and they will complain, but nobody is going to like complain, oh, I didn't see onion. So I'm just trying to be on the safe side with this one. So if you want to chop your onion and maybe introduce it to the oil first, go ahead, but I just decide I will blend the onion together with the pepper mix so everything can be well blended or chopped in there. So I'm just going to give this a good stir and allow it to cook on its own and dry up. Okay, so we'll be back to check on it. So a few minutes later, it's boiling, and I just remembered I didn't add enough, like there was no pepper in that mix. It was just shobo and tomato because I already have grated tomato in my freezer, so I didn't really add to the other one. So now I'm adding it, and I'm just going to give this a good mix and still allow it to cook. Okay, so this still have a little long way to go, but then it's still going to come out good. So I'm just going to allow this to eat thin, and while this was cooking, I went ahead and grate my carrots. Okay, because I need carrots for both the samosa filling and the spring roll filling. So I'm going to go do this and I'll be back, guys. So while I was doing all of the chopping, grating and all that, I remembered I have this bell pepper in the fridge. This bell pepper I used the previous day, which is on Sunday, and I really did not finish it. So I don't want this thing to get spoiled because I don't know when next I will be needing it. So I'm just going to dice it in a very small form and then add it to my chicken samosa filling. Yeah, today we are adding bell pepper and it came out really beautiful. You are going to see that in the video. So you want to dice it really tiny. Okay, all you need is just colors, and yeah, colors, because that's all I actually noticed and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this well chopped, and yeah. So now that I have everything ready for my samosa filling, I'm going to go ahead and make this. Okay, so I've added my chicken breast or chicken chest. Yeah, I've added it now to a dry pan. Okay, not this, there's no oil or grease whatsoever on that pan. It's a total dry pan. So I'm adding the chicken to it, and I'm just going to stir for some time. Yeah, I'm going to stir because the plan is to get this dried. You don't want any moisture in there. I'm going to dry it and then we'll proceed. So while I'm doing this, I'm still going to you notice I saw a bone, so you want to be watchful for that. Okay, because if you don't see it, it might just poke a hole in your samosa wrap, and that will give you an extra job to do. So yeah, I'm going to add some of the sauce I made earlier. I'm going to add this to this chicken. So after all of the stirring that took like say 10 minutes and all that, you've gotten your chicken dried. So now it's time to introduce your veggies. I started with the carrots, which I shredded so well. So after that, I'm going to add my peas and my sweet corn. Okay, so this is already mixed. I'm going to add that into the mix and then proceed to mixing all of that together. So if you notice, I've not added the sweet pepper or the bell pepper yet. That's because bell pepper tends to be soft, so I don't want to add it early so it doesn't like cook too much. So I'm going to be adding that soon. Okay, so while I was stirring, I tasted and it needed some seasoning. So I went ahead and add salt and some seasoning powder. That's basically everything I added. Okay, that's all you need because your sauce already have it seasoned. Your chicken is well seasoned. So you just want to taste and add and maybe adjust a little, which is what I just did, guys. So now I'm done with all of the stirring. So I think this is the best time to add my chopped onion and my bell peppers. Okay, yeah, you want to add this and then stir. So you can see how colorful this is. Like, I love bell peppers. I don't know why it's so pricey. I bought one of these for 600 naira and I couldn't sleep. Like, it's so pricey. Man, I bought I think 5 pieces and I was like, wow. But then you just need it for some recipes and you can't do without it. So, and that is why I don't want this extra or this remaining one to spoil. I'm just going to add this there, and you can see how it looks. Like, it makes it look vibrant. It's beautiful. The colors are popping. It's really looking nice. Okay, so that's what I achieved by using it. Without wasting time at all, I'm going to proceed to making my spring rolls. So I have my oil already in the pan and I've added my onion. I'm just going to saute this for a few seconds, like just get it all mixed. Okay, so good thing I have some fresh ginger in my fridge because of the recipe I made the previous day as well. So I'm going to be adding some fresh ginger already grated. I'm going to add that into this mix, and the flavor is unique. Okay, if you can afford to get fresh ginger and garlic for your spring rolls, seriously, you have to. It's because of laziness that makes me to use dry ones, because dry ones can give you the flavor you get from fresh ones. So if you are opportune or you have it at your disposal, go ahead and use fresh ginger and garlic. Okay, it tastes and the fragrance is unique. It tastes better. So yeah, I'm just going to saute this for some few minutes and then introduce my veggies. So you can see I didn't have fresh garlic, so I went ahead and add the dry one. Okay, but then the ginger did the magic. So now that that is sauteing to our satisfaction, I'm going to add my cabbage and then I'll add my carrots and give this a good mix. You want to mix it so that all of the sauteing onion, the garlic, the ginger, everything can like marry each other and do its thing. Okay. So now that that is a bit cooked, you are going to start introducing your spices. So the spices are actually basic, like very, very basics. So I'm going to add some curry. You can add thyme. You can add rosemary, but I'm just adding curry. I'm adding some seasoning powder. I'm adding salt. And then I have this beef seasoning from Lasso sitting beside me. So I'm just going to add that as well. So that is exactly what I used. I really didn't use thyme or rosemary or anything for this one. So you just need any seasoning that your spirit leads, okay, seasoning that you like to use, things that will give it taste that you get. So it's just for taste, so go ahead and add any seasoning of choice and you are good to go, guys. So after adding all of that, you want to give it a good mix and it's time to add your veggies. Remember, you are not leaving this to cook for too long because your cabbage is going to start developing its own water. So you really don't need it to sit on the heat for too long. So you're just going to add your other veggies immediately. Give it a good stir. Add your spring onion. In this case, I have spring onion. I get spring onion today. Okay, I know I always complain that I don't usually get spring onion to buy, but I found one and I bought it and I'm using it today. Yes, so last you add your spring onion and you are good to go. Like, you don't need this to be too soft, just add it and yeah, you are done. And you want to take it off from the cooker so it doesn't like cook again, it doesn't start cooking behind the scene. You might think you have turned off your cooker, but if you still leave your pot on top, it's still going to cook. To stop the cooking process, remove your pan from the cooker and spread your filling in a tray. Okay, that can stop the cooking process and that's what you should do. So this is exactly how you want to spread out your filling, just so it stop cooking and then air can go in. Okay, so once air goes in, you can bag it and put in your refrigerator or in your freezer if you're not using it like soon. So this is what it looks like after cooking. I'm just showing you pictures. Yeah, this is our beautiful filling. You can see how good they look, and of course this is our sauce. You can see how good it looks. You can see the oil was actually enough. So let's proceed to making our mix. Okay, of course, you know, there's no preparation without making our ultimate mix, of which I even end up using this mix today. So yeah, that's for the client order I talked about. So now we are going to mix our puff mix. We are going to get that done with, get this small chops mix done with, and then proceed to taking our client order. So in case you're asking what we are just mixing or how it's going, you can go ahead and check the description box. There are links to other videos made on this channel which will take you directly to how we mix, and also the ingredients and measurement. Everything is on those videos. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to make puff puff, and using our puff puff mix, I've measured some of the ones I need. Yeah, I'm adding the water, so I'm going to give this a good mix. If you are OG in this channel, you already know this process. I'm going to give this a good mix and then I'm going to heat it up using hot water just so it can proof easily. So after doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and run the samosas and spring rolls. I actually have to make 30 samosas and 30 spring rolls, so I'm going to do that and get back to you guys. So I went ahead and get done with samosas and spring rolls. I have 65 pieces in total. In case you are wondering how many cups of our small chops mix I did to get this amount, I actually did 3 cups to begin with, and then I was left with I think 8 pieces, and I did 1 cup, and that gave me in total 65. So proceeding, I'm done with all of the frying and I'm just going to start boxing everything. I'm going to start with the small samosas and spring rolls. Okay, so let's go back to the amount of how many cups I use for the samosas and spring roll. I have gotten that question like plenty times in my comment section. You really cannot tell how many samosas, how many spring roll you are getting for a particular cup. Okay, because even me, I measured 3 cups and I got less, and I had to go for 1 cup because I know the extra 1 cup is going to give me what I need, which was actually 8 pieces, but I got 65 instead of, like, I got extra 5. Okay, so that will make it 13 pieces I got from 1 cup. So go ahead, you might even be making and you end up like not having enough, or maybe you just don't know, okay, just go ahead and measure bit by bit. That's if you don't want any wastage, if you don't want any remain, go ahead and measure bit by bit. Mix. The mixing doesn't take up to 2 minutes, so why not just go ahead and mix in bits so you don't end up with extras. And that is another good thing why we have our small chop mix. Okay, so having our small chop mix actually make it easy to work with, so you don't end up going to mix sugar, salt, corn flour and every other thing. You just mix from one bowl and that is it. So let me know if this is really helpful to you. Like, let me know if you have a small chop mix and how helpful it is to you. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much. So we have officially come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and also like, comment and share. Thank you and bye.
I no go stop, I no go settle. My light is never gonna die.